Hello everyone, welcome back to another Unity tutorial. So in the last part we have created this orange guy in order to make our game independent from a pre-generated level. So we don't want to keep placing these waypoints manually. For this example we're completely gonna get rid of every enemy except of the patrol enemy, and you will see why. Now we will create an automatically generated level, so let's get into that. And it's fairly simple, but we will need a few simple changes. So first of all, we don't want to place the power-ups manually inside the chests. Also, I want to check something. Are the power-ups on the upper level? That's weird, shouldn't be like that. So go here, and for the ordering layer, change it to 0. Make sure they are still visible. They are still in the foreground, so let's move them a little bit to the side. They are not. Okay, so we are going to change the crates. Go to the crate prefab and change the crate to like 5. And these two power-ups to keep them at 1. Make sure these ones are back to 1. And these should be automatically set to 5 now. Okay, save this. And let's get started by creating. Before creating, let's get started by changing the script for the box. So we want the crate to have the authority to choose if it contains a power-up or not. And for that, we are going to need a prefab for the power-up. So serialize field, private game object, power-up, and when the chest is destroyed, to keep things organized in the level. No, we don't need that. Okay, let's go. So before destroying the game object, not end but during explode here, it will spawn a power up depending on the probability that we will give it to it, but not here. We will give it to the whole level in a game manager script. For now we will set the probability manually and we will go back to set. So we call this method instantiate power up. Sorry. And it's private. Void. Instantiate power up. We will pick a random number, so float p for probability equals random dot range from 0. Make sure you are picking the float one, not the integer one, to 1. And if p is less than or equal to a probability that we are going to pick later, but for now let's say 0.5, so it's 50-50 chance, we will instantiate the power up in this position. Instantiate power up in this position, transform dot position, and without rotation, quaternion dot identity. This should be it. Now let's go and clean up the level from these and assign them to the crates. We won't need this anymore. Do these need anything special for reference? I don't think they do, so we can delete them safely. Go to the crate prefab and give it the power up here. Okay, so now if you try it, there is a 50-50 chance to spawn a power up under every chest. You see, so we got one here, Those two got the lottery, so we got them. And this one didn't. Okay, so this works. Now the next thing we want to do is create a game manager script or a level generator, maybe we call it. So go here, we'll create an empty object. Let's call it level generator. Just setting something on my keyboard real quick. Okay, level generator, go to scripts and we'll create a script for that. We'll call this one level generator. And for now it will only place crates because we're going to keep the walls in their places. So we will need the crate prefab, serialize field, private, game object, crate, and we will need the spawn rate for power-ups, so private float. Okay, let's make these all public maybe. We will see, but the thing that's for sure we will need to make this a singleton. So let's continue for now and add that in a second. So float power up spawn probability, and let's set it to 0.1. We don't want a lot of power-ups spawning, and we will change this one, but we have to make this singleton first. So this is going to be a public static level generator, and we will call this one instance. In the awake method, we did this before, I guess. Did we? I don't know, but we can do it like this. So if instance is null, I keep pressing the wrong keys, then instance equals this, else if instance is not this, then we will destroy this game object. And on destroy, if instance is this, so this is the global instance, we want to set instance to null so that we free the memory. Now we can go here and change this to level generator dot instance. We have to change this one to be public, and we don't need snake case here, so this dot power up spawn probability. Okay, now still in the wake method we want to generate the level. So let's see the positions for the crates. Let's go here, first give it the script, level generator, give it the crate prefab, and for more control, let's actually set a number of crates or a maximum number of crates, because maybe the user will input like an infinite number of a big number of crates. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay. Max crates. And to organize this stuff better, we are going to create a header for it. So this is how you organize the inspector. Header, we'll make this one crate. Now if you go back here, you see that we have created like a title in here, and these are all under it, just for organization. Okay, so this will be an integer, and for now we will set it to 20 or 10 across the whole map. And let's check the possible positions for crates. Also, we want to make sure that we keep a safe area for the player to start with. So let's say like we give him this area here to be safe. Well, this one is enough. Yeah, this starting area is enough. So let's see the coordinates for that. And instead of, we don't need these anymore, so let's get rid of them. Only keep one for checking the sizes and positions. So if we bring this one here, it starts at -9 in X and 3.5 on Y. Let's make those parameters too. So public, and it's going to be a vector2 safe area. Actually, let's create this under another header. This is going to be a public vector2. This is going to be X, and this is going another one that's going to be the Y values. And for clarity, we will say that these are min and max values. Go back here now, and you will see what I mean. So in the level generator, we have the X and Y. So for the minimum X of safety, we have to bring this crate all the way here. Let's make the safe area start here. It doesn't really matter. Okay, let's make it start here. So basically anything less than this value, less than 11. And here we will make it up to -9. Go back and note these values. So the maximum one here is -9. I don't think we need a vector2 for that. We just need the maximum X and Y. So vector2 X, Y starting positions. Yeah, got this XY. We have semicolon missing. So generation will skip everything less than 9 and less than, it's the intersection, be careful, not the whole rows. So less than 9 and less than 1.5, more than 1.5. Okay, we have to keep that in mind because this is more than 1.5. And let's start by making crates. Be careful, we need to pick only correct positions. So let's see. For the positions, we have to skip the values that intersect with rocks here. So this first rock is at -8. This one is at -6. This one is at -4. And it's actually the same thing here. So it's enough to give it the position of the first rock, and we skip every other row from there. Let's go and do that. So we can make this private because it will be static across all levels. Private vector2. We call this one first stone. Oh yeah, we will need also the level size. So Let's make another one of these and call this one level size. And let's go fill these values. This does not have to be serialized. Just note the value here. This first stone is at -10 and at 2.5. So this is going to be a new vector2 -10 and 2.5. Okay, go here, wait for it to compile. And for the map size, let me count that real quick. Okay, so for me the map size is 31 tiles on the x-axis and 11 on the y-axis. And let's change this label here to map. Go back to Unity. Anything else we need to set in here? Come on. We have set the safe area. We have the first stone set correctly. So from there we can start placing crates. In the wake function, we are going to do that. So for I less than max crates, we are going to instantiate a crate, but for that we need to pick a position. So vector3 position equals new vector3, and for the x, oh, vector2, we don't need vector3 actually, it's only vector2. So we'll need to skip this area. Let's pick a random value between something else we need. We need to get the start of the map. So map origin, we will need that. Go here, let's measure that start. Doesn't need to be serialized, can be, this also can be private. So let's move this up and make these two private also. For the level size, I said it's 31 by 11. And map origin, missing new here. Map origin, we will check it right now. Okay, and where's our crate? Here. I will not pick this point here because I want to pick the point where we are actually spawning things. So this one here, which is at -11 and 3.5. So this equals new vector2 -11 and 3.5. Good. Using the F there to tell it that it's a float. Now, so vector2 position. How long has this video been so far? Okay, we can still go a little longer. New vector2. For the x, we are going first to pick a random value. So random. Make sure you are using the Unity engine random, not the system random. Dot range. And for this one, we are going to give it integer values, not float values. So we are going to start at this -11, the map start, so map origin dot x. We are going to end it at map origin dot x plus 31. Oh, it needs a float. Let's cast it to a float because we needed an integer. Okay. So that's the first position, and we will check later for stone positions and for being less than the safe area. We will do the same thing for Y, but we'll change this here and this here, and actually shouldn't write 31 there. This should be level size dot X here and dot Y in here. Now we will check for the other constraints. So if position.x is less than, what did we call the safe area here? X and Y. It's the safe X and Y. Names don't matter, okay? You know what I mean by that. Dot X, and it has to be and, not or. So we only detect this little square here. If we do or, then we are going to skip this whole column and this whole row. Make sure it's an and there. Position dot y is less than xy dot y. Then we are going to skip and we will decrease the I index. So continue, and before doing that you can do this. Okay, so if you try doing this, you might run into some problems because it will take longer to generate. So instead of doing that, you can offset it, or do we need to? No, actually it doesn't matter because this will run fairly quickly for a small, our map is also small. Okay, so that's good. Also, we need to keep track of the positions we have generated so we do not place crates on top of one another. So private list of vector2 for the crate positions. Crates or crate positions, we don't care about the actual crates. Equals a new list of vector2. Why am I writing that there? This goes here like that. What's wrong here? What? Oh, not system. It's the Unity vector2, not the system vector2. Come on, what's wrong? List of vector2 grades equals a new list of vector2s. What? Why does it keep showing an error here? Import missing reference type. I don't have a missing reference type. Oh, it's because of this. They are both called level size. When did I get this? No, it's not that. Okay, let me check why that's wrong. I'm missing the reference for the list itself, not for the vector2. So, list of vector2s, and this should be working now. Okay. Now, else. So, because this is a small area, it's just like 4 positions, we can skip it. But for the other possible positions, we have to do something. We cannot keep recalculating positions randomly every time. So, in that case, we can skip this generation. Else, if crates dot contains position, or it's positioned on a wall. So in order to do that, what we have here is the first wall starts at this position, first stone starts at this position, and we go every other row from there. So basically, if it is minus 10, so if it is an odd number, either positive or negative on the x, and 2.5, and an even number. Sorry, did I say odd? We do not accept it if it is even, either positive or negative, on the x, and even plus 0.5 on the y. We do not accept these values. So, or we have to be careful here. So it's or outside and inside. So position dot x plus 10 divided by more. So the remaining, when you divide it by 2, is 0. That means if it is even, or and the position dot y minus 0.5, and we will add to it this 2.5, so plus 2 basically, making it 1.5, because it's minus 0.5 and plus 2, so that makes it 1.5, and this here, let me check the math. Am I writing this correctly? Oh, not equals, sorry, equals. Let me clear this out. Okay, I think it's clearer now. So if the x position plus 10, so we start at 0, is even, or the y position, why am I plus 2.5, sorry, or minus 2.5 actually, because that's positive 5. Okay, this should do it. And we need to add a 0.5 in here to the y value. We will do some other stuff to change the position, but that will be for the next video, because this one is getting lengthy enough. So we'll continue next time. Well guys, like the video if you like it, don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time. Goodbye.